Alright, so for today, we are in the Buffalo Bills playbook, and we're going to be taking a look at the gun trips tight end. We also got formations like gun wide nasty, gun tight, we audible over. We also have the double ZY close weak, and we have the normal Y off and the normal Y off close. But for today, we're just going to go over a couple plays I like to run out of the trips tight end. To start off, for our audibles, I like to have the motion return, motion bench, motion Z spot, and curl flat. But we also have good run plays and RPOs. We have the RPO alert motion screen, the RPO alert bubble, halfback counter. We also have the read option. I think there's an inside zone in here as well. 4 verticals. Plays like... we also got wide receiver short post. And we also have the China Y post. So we're just going to go over those 4. Let's just come out in motion levels return to start it off. And it's important when you come out, you want your receivers on the wide side of the field. We are on the right hash, so that means we want our receivers on the left side. So for motion levels return, a quick setup, I'm just going to go ahead and streak our slot receiver, and we can go ahead and drag our tight end just like this. We're going to hit a return route first. The drag does a good job at opening that up. We can also put our running back on the flat to get it even more open, and we can do that real fast. So we're going to call it again, and you can see how this return route gets even more open. We also have our drag here. I'm going to try to hit that. And we have our in route from our square receiver. There's a lot of stuff we can do on this other side. Instead of this dagger concept, we can go ahead and put our outside receiver on a C route, and we can also streak our slot receiver, and we can call it again. You can see against cover 3, you have your C route wide open. Next setup, we can go ahead and put our tight end on a post. Put our outside receiver on a speed out, which is really good this year, and you want to make sure that's on the wide side. And we're going to go ahead and block our running back. But again, before, we could put our running back on a flat route to free up more space for the return. But let's block him for now. And I want to pay attention to this post route. Next setup, we can run something like this. We still have that return route, but we also have a hitch, and we're going to put our outside receiver on the fade to clear up more space to hit that post, and we can also stem this down for an early break. I like to either put that receiver on a hitch, or we can put him on an in route. Next play, we have in the motion bench. What we can do, we can go ahead and put our tight end on a post again, put our running back on a streak, and put our slot receiver on a streak. So now we have this really good out route from our circle receiver when the motion's over, if we can hit our running back or our post. So again, now we have that in route, so we can hit that post. We can also run a setup like this now. Go make a read between our in route and our post from our tight end. And the good thing about this motion bench play, we also have a sharp post from triangle. It's going to do a really good job at getting underneath those deep zones, and it's also going to do a really good job at beating man coverage. So we're going to go ahead and run a setup like this now. We're going to run a setup like this, and we're going to make a read between our hitch and our post route. And we can also stem this up a little bit for better spacing. If we have the time, we have our hitch. But I'm really looking for this post, so we're going to try to hit that next. Okay, I'm going to try this post this time if we have the... So now we have our post from triangle. Now we're going to run a setup like this now. This is really good against cover 3. You can see early we have our tighten up the seam. Let's run it again. Now we have a drag and a flat. So we can hit our in route. Alright, so next play we have motion Z spot. We're going to go ahead and put our tighten on a post. We're going to leave the flat route. And there's a lot of stuff we can still do on the other side. We can go ahead and throw our triangle receiver on a flat route and then backside in our square receiver. We could do something like this. We could do a C route streak like we did before. I'm going to try to get our spot route open from circle to start off. And just like before, we have our sharp post from square, and we can also stem this up and down. To get that open, let's go ahead and do a streak from our slot receiver. And we can even stem down our corner route a little bit. Just take a look at it. We're gonna call it like this now. Flat route. Have our corner out. We can even drag our tight end for this one as well. That's going to open up a lot of space for our spot route. And it's just another check down option, but we have our square receiver right here. He's going to do a really good job in getting underneath those zones, and we can make a read between that and our drag. So let's try that again. We're going to look at either our drag or our postage play. And depending on how they're shading, we can hit them. So we can hit our post again. And for the last play, we have curl flat. We're going to drag our tight end here, and we have an angle route coming from the other side. So we're going to hit our drag first. Do it again. Have our angle route. And if you want to get that post route open, we're just going to go ahead and streak our tight end. And now we're going to make a read between our post and our angle route from the running back. And the streak should do a good job at pulling out those deep zones so we can fit it. So that's the post. And now we have our angle route. And I also like to throw in the motion alert screen. So we're going to go ahead and just come out and that. Most RPOs in the game is going to always give a slow handoff, so there's really nothing you can do about that. That's pretty much your last option if you don't have anything open. We're going to do it again, but it's a pretty solid run. It's not crazy, it's pretty good. But the good thing about this, you have a really good screen that's going to always get picked up by our triangle receiver. Most of these RPOs that I've seen doesn't really give the best blocks, but I really like this one. And you also have this really good swing route. And if you have a really good receiver that's good after the catch, you can really make somebody miss.
He's showing a gun here, answer gangster. I come through like a bank, I got plenty paper. Picture bitch and she DM my fence later. Tell her dick when she playing investigator. Tryna see where I be at and know where I sleep at. You not my bitch, why the fuck would you need that? She got some hoodies, I told her to keep that. Bitches get money and go and repeat that. Me and Worm used to hang in the bando. Take a flight, now we back in Orlando. I be singing, but this is my rap flow. I've been places I know that you can't go. I get that set like a defensive tackle. She throw it back, then I say holy mackerel. Skinny petite, but her shit really fat though. Put that Philippe for the times we was sad though. We were just going outside, now we got up and we got us so bad. Go to the mall and go blow all the racks, cause it's coming back, give a fuck if it lasts. I'm hitting the gas, bitch got some water, I'm about to go splash. You don't gotta force it, come show me that ass, cause you know I'm on it, I give you the cash. Whoa, I cannot change for the whole of the paper. How would you feel?